Hello, my name is Giglio, and this is my Heroic Imagination project. To me, heroism is something or somebody important who has a lot of influence on their surroundings, but I also think that any person could become a hero, and the effects come out of practice rather than individual traits. But before I show you some examples of heroism in my life, first we have to define what really makes a hero. To be a hero, certain steps must occur for a quest or journey to begin. And then these certain steps must be followed and completed for a quest or journey to actually signify that that person has become a hero. The status quo is the beginning of a hero's journey where they assess their surroundings and the situation. A call to adventure is a successful way to get multiple people's attention and involvement in a heroic opportunity. Examples of this are posters, influential and relatable TV commercials, post-involvement benefits or rewards, or something that could elevate that individual's status quo following their involvement. The assistance step is when the hero signifies that they need help. This can come across in many ways, and sometimes it just happens. The departure is when the hero crosses their comfort zone threshold, and this is the real major first step as they begin their journey. The trials that they face along the way are any difficulties in their path as they're trying to complete their quest. The approach is as they are continuing on their journey and they're moving past these trials. The crisis is the hero's darkest hour, so this is where the big climaxes and stories. It's when after this the hero's journey is made a lot easier. The treasure is after this crisis, and that is when the hero gets recognition for all of the previous steps that they've completed. That leads them to the result, which is as their situation is resolving, and it leads to their new life, which is normally a changed hero, and they are doing a lot of self-reflecting on themselves. Which leads to the resolution, and this is where their story is wrapping up and their journey is coming to a close, and finally ending with a new status quo, but this is an upgraded level and it's new, it's not the previous status quo. Now I'm going to show you an act of heroism that I've actually witnessed and had some involvement with, and it did complete some of these steps. It was a protest that I witnessed outside of Sea Life Park. And this protest status quo was against captivity of marine animals. So this park is a marine park that does have animals captive. The call to adventure of this protest was when fellow activists organized the protest. The assistance was gained by them advertising protests on social media and just word of mouth. The departure when we crossed the threshold was actually going to the public facility, participating in that captivity for the protest. Trials against this protest occurred as people were more in support of the Sea Life Park and were pro-captivity. On the approach, we created signs and social media accounts supporting the cause. The crisis was when actual release from captivity was considered, and it's still being considered, and that's why this journey to heroism is actually still going. As of right now, the only result we've gotten is more people coming to the action, and there's no actually released animals yet as of present. The activism towards the captivity is still an example of heroism, even though the journey is not complete. So an act of heroism may be labeled with heroes without actually completing the entire journey. And as long as some of these steps have been completed, there is still heroism going along here. Now I'm going to talk about the activism and heroism in marine biology, which is my major. My major has a lot of heroism in its agenda. Many fields connected to marine biology exhibit heroism towards various organisms and ecosystems in the marine environment. These professions include veterinarians, animal rehabilitation specialists, rescue efforts, and scientists that discover important facts about the various organisms. These professionals practicing marine biology are constantly following heroism steps, assessing situations, acquiring assistance, having trials, and producing results. And most of the time these results are improving the situation or leading down a new path to actually improving it. Some things that may prevent heroism. I think the biggest preventer of heroes and heroism today is honestly fear. And that might be the fear of being vulnerable and the inability to cross over that comfort threshold in the departure step. That was addressed earlier in the heroism steps. Humans are a social species. We like to be a part of a group. It's in our biology. Heroes are oftentimes alone for major parts of their journeys, and that's uncomfortable for many people. So that is something that just might prevent heroism. To finish my project, I just want to leave you on this note. Defining the heroic imagination. Zimbardo defines heroic imagination as a focus on one's duty to help and protect others.
I'm talking to you. See you standing over there with your body. Feeling like I wanna rock with your body. And we don't gotta think about nothing. I'm coming at you, cause I know you got a bad reputation. Doesn't matter cause you give me temptation. And we don't gotta think about nothing.